This is my 2025 update for the ultimate guide to using LinkedIn for business. I'm going to share with you a lot of ideas that you can use to maximize the value that you get out of using LinkedIn. But before I share this with you, do me a favor. If you like this video, it helped you in any way, hit the like button. If you have a question about this video, please comment and ask me any question. And furthermore, if you like the content on this channel, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, because I have a lot more content coming in 2025 to help you use LinkedIn as a business tool. All right, let's get started. Why does this matter? Do you know there's over 1,090 million users on LinkedIn today? 1,090 million. There are definitely people on LinkedIn whom you are relevant to and whom are relevant to you. Show up where your peers, your industry leaders, potential clients, and collaborators are already showing up. Maybe they're not on it as much as you'd like, but they're on it, so show up where they can see you. LinkedIn has a plethora of tools available to you to help you build your brand and build your network and grow your business if you learn how to use them and you treat them as business tools. Your LinkedIn profile is the first impression, so you need to make it count. But by the way, it is not the only thing you need to do on LinkedIn. So you want to get the maximum value from your LinkedIn profile that you can get. So be purposeful about it. Optimize your profile and make sure you're using the right words and phrases that are relevant to your target audience, relevant to what you want people to perceive you as. You want to speak clearly to your target audience, your ideal clients, and your peers. You want to write the content on your profile and then read it and see how it sounds to you. It should be easy to consume. Otherwise, it won't. Showcase your expertise and your value through your stories, through recommendations and other relevant content in different sections of your LinkedIn profile. There's lots of areas on your profile where you can showcase your expertise and your value. And don't create distractions on your LinkedIn profile and send them down a rabbit hole you don't want them to go down because you put on there an experience or a post or a document on your profile that's about your old world and not about your new world. Shut down the rabbit holes. Stop the distractions. And then you want to work on building a highly relevant LinkedIn network. Not just a bucket full of connections, but a relevant network. So be strategic about who you accept an invite from and who you reach out to. Very deliberately focused on two people, your target audience and the influencers of this target audience. You want to strive for introductions where you can. An introduction is far more likely to be accepted than a cold invite. And when you do connect, you want to be very deliberate about engaging with that new person whom you've connected with and make that engagement all about them, not about you, until they give you permission to make it about you. And don't ever, ever, ever jump to the sales steps until you know you have permission to do that. If you connect on LinkedIn and go straight to sales, you'll be considered someone that they don't want to connect with. And often they will ignore you, they will unconnect with you, they will unfollow you, and worst off, they will never recommend you to anybody. Now, you got a profile that's developing and growing. You got a network that's developing and growing, and you're engaging with your network. Here's where the magic happens. The magic happens with your LinkedIn activity. This is critical. You need to show up in relevant conversations. Go look for conversations that are relevant to who you are and what you do, relevant to your industry, relevant to your role, relevant to your profession, and then participate in those conversations in meaningful ways. You want to start relevant conversations with your own content using text, images, videos, documents, articles, etc., etc. Again, the key phrase here is relevant conversations. And by the way, that's never about you, never about your company until you know for a fact that your target audience is willing to accept that. I say this, 9 times out of the 10, it's not about you. That 10th time, it can be about you. It can be about your company. It can be about your service, your product. But those other 9 times, it's never about you. Relevant? Yes. Relevant and useful to your target audience? Absolutely. But not about you. And I often encourage this as well. Engage 4 times as often through comments and replies. Engage 4 times as often as you share. Participate in a meaningful way in these conversations, and then people will be more likely to accept that you shared content as well. Again, as long as it's not about you more often than not. Encourage your target audience to get into conversations. You want to use the search tools to find the right people, whether you're already connected with them or you want to get connected with them. And please, please, please don't try to sell until you have permission. And you will know when you have permission. They have asked you for information, or they said they'd be interested in knowing more about you, and you clearly know that there's relevance between what you do, what you have to offer, and that person. But again, you got permission first. Strive to pull the right people into real, human, meaningful conversations. Often about them until they give you permission to make it about you. This is how you do it. You build trust and respect by having the conversation all about them, and then they're going to be willing to listen to who you are and what you do, as long as that is relevant to them. Again, the primary call to action is to pull the right people into the right conversations and see where that goes. Social listening, by the way, is a powerful, powerful business tool. And LinkedIn is a great platform for you to do social listening. So follow people who are relevant to you. Follow companies that are relevant to you. Learn to go search for content that's relevant to you instead of scrolling for content. Don't get pulled into a rabbit hole when you find something that's cute or interesting, because that distracts you. And this is business. Business does not allow for distractions. You must not let that happen to you. And don't get addicted to perusing content through your newsfeed. That is by far the biggest waste of time if you're using LinkedIn as a business tool. The biggest waste of time is scrolling through that newsfeed if you truly want to use LinkedIn as a business tool and you want to look for conversations that are relevant to you. By the way, here's a quick little tip. The more you search for content that's relevant to what you do and what you want to do, the more you search for that content, the more you're going to influence the LinkedIn newsfeed to give you more of what you want. Focus on who and what is important to you. That is the key to using LinkedIn as a business tool. Everything else is a distraction. Use all of the right tools that are available to you on LinkedIn. Comments and replies on relevant posts, videos, documents, images, text posts, polls, etc., always about topics that are important to your ideal client. LinkedIn company pages, LinkedIn articles and news feeds, Sales Navigator for people who are serious about prospecting and serious about social listening. LinkedIn search, notifications, messages, audio, video, etc. All of these tools are built into LinkedIn and are available for you to use if you are serious about using LinkedIn for business. I am really serious about helping you to use LinkedIn for business. If you want more help, if you're looking for more ideas, subscribe to my channel. Search the videos in my channel. There's already a phenomenal amount of content on there that can help you maximize your results using LinkedIn as a business tool. I'm Teddy. I'm a LinkedIn strategist, trainer, and coach. And thank you very much for letting me share this with you today.